What's up, Laker fans? In part 3 of my series on Brandon Ingram's development, I take a look at his improvement in decision making and where he can still grow. Ingram's drive and kick game was much better at the end of the year than it was at the beginning. I asked him in late November how he reads the defense when he drives to the basket, and this is what he said.
I'll just try to see how far each plan off me, what advantages I have over the defender, and if I can get to the rim, if I feel like I can use my length over the second defender, then I can get to the rim. I try to tell myself that I know I'm going to get past the first defender, but what am I going to do to the second defender to try to finish?
That mentality of trying to finish over the second defender worked against him early in the season, where he was amongst the league leaders in having his shot blocked. This got significantly better later in the year, where instead of trying to always finish over the second defender, he was using that extra attention to get his teammates open shots. I believe that this change in his decision making was a big reason why his efficiency skyrocketed toward the end of the year. The second defender didn't always come in the form of a big. Teams would often cheat one pass away, which is usually a no-no, but Ingram had tunnel vision earlier in the year and they'd often get a strip. He also got a lot better at this as the season went on. One of the next areas of improvement for him are understanding 5-on-5 spacing principles better. Lonzo clears out after the post entry to him, but Ingram attacks too early. This allows Lonzo's defender to cheat off of him without the worry of the weak side 3, and he gets the block. Here he drives into a single gap. It's difficult to drive from the wing when you have a teammate up top because the help defender is so close. One thing that'll help his drive and kick game is shooting the ball when he's open. There's no one near him on this, but he's already made up his mind that he's going to drive to the basket. I think he'd benefit from a hard dribble pull-up as well. If you can get a defender's hips turned, as Gasol's are here, it can be a really effective weapon. In the absence of that, he can sometimes drive into a more difficult shot. Ingram's passes off of pick and rolls almost always went to the screen setter, but he got very good at that this year, developing a nice chemistry with Brook Lopez in particular. Defenses often used a drop coverage against Ingram, with their big hanging back in the paint. One of the best ways to beat this coverage is with a big who can pick and pop, and Lopez did a nice job of that. Whether it's Lopez or someone else, the Lakers would be wise to give Ingram a pick and roll partner who can shoot next year. When the big hedged harder, Ingram did a nice job of hitting the roll man. As a scorer, he did a nice job of recognizing when the hedging big was too wide, and he would snake the pick and roll to get to the basket. But there were also times where he would put his head down and drive right into the teeth of the drop coverage. And And as a passer, the next area of growth for him is to be able to make the skip pass reads when the defense tags hard on the big. The Lakers simplified the playbook when they had Ingram at point guard, and he did a nice job of executing set plays. He would usually make the right read on this stagger screen play that they like to run for KCP. He needs to improve as a post-entry passer, where I thought he was way too casual. And last but not least, Ingram was a big reason why the Lakers were able to play at a faster pace this season. He was able to both receive outlet passes and hit guys for assists or lead the break himself. I don't think much analysis is required here, so I'm going to let it roll while you watch his transition playmaking from this season. Alright, that'll do it for this one. My goal is to create consistent and thoughtful content that helps you enjoy the Lakers on a deeper level. I'm very much dependent upon Laker fans to continue this work, so if you believe in what I do, please click either the Venmo or Patreon links below. I'll catch you guys next time.